to real fast. I went to the jaw doctor today, the guy who puts Botox in my jaw, and the guy who made my mouth guards that I wear. And while I had been on this last leg of the tour, I started to get this fear of what if I dropped and like it broke my mouth guard, and I'm in this like other country, or what if I lose it somewhere? I'm always like, this is the last thing I double check for before I leave a hotel room. Like, do I have that? Otherwise, my sleep is painful. And I realized that if I didn't have it, that it would be like I'd have to go back to America and have this guy make me another one like from scratch. But if I go and have like basically get the mold thing taken now, he has it on file and he can make it for me whenever. So when I got back, I was like, I need to make this appointment and get my jaw scanned again. And I don't realize what a process this is going to be. But it should be easy. In the past, it used to be like a mold where you put your jaw into this thing, you have to hold it for a while, and it sucks. Everyone hates that. Now it's a digital thing.
I mean, it's fine. Relax.
But it still sucks. It's unpleasant to sit there with it in your mouth.
Yep.
Now it's a digital scan where he puts a wand in your mouth, and I'm like, oh, this is easy. So let me schedule that today. I have not been in a great mood for like a month because I've just been tired. Like it's the jet lag, leaving, being on the road. I'm just always kind of like a little bit of on edge. And this digital thing was the biggest mistake I've ever made in my life. Where he's explaining to me what's going to happen. He's like, so I'm going to put this wand in your mouth, and I've got to get the scan, and I've got to like go back and forth until it like, scans everything. And then he starts talking about music, and they let them play their own music. And it's on shuffle, but the shuffle they haven't figured out shuffle, and so it's just the same song per customer. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's in one ear, not the other. I don't understand. And then I lean back, and he puts the wand in my mouth, and I understand what he's saying now. As he moves the wand, it's like on a video screen, and whenever the wand's like not scanning it, and he's got to scan it over, it like the music drops out. So it plays a song loud. And then every time he's got to start over again, it starts the song from scratch. Now, I had never heard the song before in my life. I am head back. Aaron, play the song. And play it as loud as it was in the room.
Okay.
All right, Aaron, just pause it for a second. All right, so now... now I think I'm in waiting room hell. Like, why is this song playing so loudly? And then it would like pause for a second, and it would get low for a second, and then come back on even louder. Aaron, keep playing the song. Now I'm losing my mind. Now when this guy starts singing, I am stunned. Because I thought it was just a music thing. This is like a real song. And I start laughing. And then it starts over again from scratch. The next time he does it, that I'm in it for 20 minutes. I'm playing this over. Eventually, I'm like, you know what? I've got to Shazam this song. I need to know what this is. Because I'm thinking it's some like weird medley thing. And Aaron, what's the song?
It's called Up All Night by The War on Drugs.
The War on Drugs. I've heard of that band.
I
They
like
sound
The War on
cool.
Drugs.
Yes.
I recognized his voice there. I didn't realize it.
Yeah. And so when I go to Shazam it, and the doctor gets like an offended look on his face, like, am I making fun of him? He's like, that's The War on Drugs. And now I've heard of The War on Drugs, and I would assume they were cool, but based on that, that's not cool. Not cool at all. And then another song comes on after this. I'm finally finished. And he turns that off. And I'm like, he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, why? Why do you have to play loud music while you're doing the scan? He's like, oh, so you know. And I'm like, no. You could play soft music that would tell you when it's scanning or not. Why do I have to be involved? Like, he thinks it's cool just to get to listen to music. And then another song starts playing, and he laughs and he goes, I know you don't have to Shazam this. And whatever he's listening to is the worst shit I've ever heard. The worst shit I've ever heard in my life. And I start laughing in his face because I know 100% in my heart that what I'm listening to is Steely Dan. And so I Shazam it. Because I'm like, this is what... People talk about Steely Dan. And I'm like, I've never listened to it. I never hear it. But this song was so fucking bad that I just started laughing. And this guy was so proud of it. He was proud of the song.
I mean, have other customers complained? Patience? I would assume.
Who the fuck knows? My Old School by Steely Dan. It was so fucking bad.
Yeah.
It was real bad. So yeah, that was my jaw journey today. I could not believe it.
I feel bad that War
song
on
was.
Drugs is, that probably is their song that sounds the most like Muzak. I would say in general they're great. They have a lot of good songs.
I'll never know they're dead to me.